Hello, it is me again, and I'm coming in with a third vlog this time. And yeah, truth be told, I did not think I was going to make that many of these, but I feel like I've had so many ideas for things I just kind of want to vent about. So here we go. Today, this topic's been in my mind all day because I just finished my internship at the Minneapolis Star-Tribune and said a lot of goodbyes. I'm like really sad about it. But I mean, not so much I'm leaving Minnesota, but because I'm gonna be moving again. So I'm actually moving back to Portland for a few months, and it's this thing I have where I just really need to go home and like straighten some things out before I move on. But this is my exodus from the Midwest. I am saying goodbye to this place I've lived in for about 4 years consistently, and I'm going back to the West Coast. My next career move is going to be on the West Coast. I am just not about staying here anymore. Like there's this moment like the other day when I was walking home from the Star-Tribune. I was working kind of late. I noticed the glow on the pavement. It was like evening time, and it was like raining, and there were puddles everywhere, and there were cars just like, moving back and forth. There's like a little bit of wind chill in the air. And I was like, oh, this reminds me of Portland. It reminds me of fall in Portland. That's where I'm going to be. And then I just suddenly like had this huge ache in my heart where I was like, I was stunned and like standing in the middle of the street because it hit me that I haven't lived in one place for more than 4 months since May 2016. So it's always felt like I've emotionally graduated, but yeah, like this feeling that I haven't seen 2 seasons turn. Like, I was in Indianapolis last summer, and it was August when I moved to DC. Summer was ending. Winter wasn't even like really started yet when I pulled out a sweater for a couple days and then just moved again. Went to Mizzou for the spring semester. It was winter, and then it was like spring when I graduated and then moved here to Minneapolis, and then here I am. The summer's over. And yeah, it's been like, it's going to have been 2 years of moving before I'll surpass my record of staying somewhere for more than 4 years, or for more than 4 months. And I'm not okay with this idea of moving to a town and not having that be my destination now. I really want to live somewhere where I can invest in the community and I can like just, grow and have this like rotating palette of people to be intimate with, to see me through different seasons of my life. I'm like sick of having all my close friends be in cyberspace, and like I don't like having long distance bae, like I would much rather have someone to make the days go easy, spend time with. And I, dating's just never been on the table for me much, because I was like, no one in the Midwest is gonna like want to move with me to the coast, or if I find someone like that, I don't really want to waste their time trying to find out. And yeah, I mean, I'm just constantly crying because I feel so different. Like, I feel like I just really want to watch a calendar flip by. And the West Coast is scary, man. Like, let me tell you, the West Coast is like, like a long time ago I internalized like that I didn't feel worthy of being around like all these high achievers, all these like creative people. So I thought, I'm gonna go to the Midwest where if I feel different, the trump card will be that I didn't grow up like these people, or there's not that many Asians here or something. The idea of like going somewhere where I'd be comfortable is my comfort zone. Like, that's like the limits. Like, I can't picture having an actual personal life that I value as much as the work I do. But really, work is like an artificial escape. Work is like oh, I can like have an external output. Here's my value. Look, I can write, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. Work is one of those topics that's safe. Like everyone I talk to, I can just be like, oh, I do this is this. And you can ask me anything about this and I'll tell you all the facts about me. That comes down to topics too, like philosophy, like social justice. Everything is easier to talk about than the things you actually feel like hopeless about that you haven't dealt with. Like I tend to be able to like open up about what's going on with me, but like not like open up all the way. It's more like I'll acknowledge, oh yeah, I'm grieving 4 people right now. Oh yeah, I'm like, graduated and, trying to find my way, but it's fine. Like there's always an it's fine like at the end of a fact I tell someone. It's never like I'm literally so scared and I just want someone to hug me. It's never about that. And like I feel like growing up on the West Coast, I just was trained to have disclaimers for my emotions after I shared them. And in the Midwest, a lot of people thought that was weird. Like a lot of people who are like, fine-tuned to be hospitable and to have like friends that you've been with for years, they were like, why are you like that? Why are you so high achieving? That wasn't like I was shamed per se for it, but I definitely got what I wished for, which was to feel different than people and to have a disclaimer for it. But it's not enough anymore. Like I don't want to be a workaholic anymore. I'm going to Portland for 4 months until January. I've given myself until January to be checked into rehab, to be like, okay, I am going to fix myself and be okay with just existing, with letting my mom feed me, with like helping my sister with college essays, with going to Europe with my mom, with watching sports and understanding sports and movies with my dad, who is so much like me, who I know like nothing about really. And then after that, I'm trying to move to California, which I'd always thought was like not for me, even though so many professional opportunities have been just shown to me throughout the years in California. And a lot of people say that my personality is a lot more Californian than anywhere else. And I've just been like, California is too good for me. Like, why would I go there? Are people gonna like me there? Like, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. But everyone's weird in California, right? Like, a lot of people say I'd be a good fit, and I want to believe them. Now I'm at the point where I have no choice, I feel, because my emotions are like crying out. Like, I'm just like, I want to be loved by a community. I'm a person. I have needs. I can't bear the idea of going to a random town in the Midwest and starting over and knowing that I don't want to end up there. Like, I want to establish the life that I'm going to keep living for the next few years, and I don't like thinking that I'd be a person who's going to move somewhere to try and make it and then fail miserably, but gotta try, right? I can't help but realize that what matters more is that I'm happy and that I'm doing everything I can to make myself happy, not sacrificing my needs because I'm afraid of wagering that I'm not good enough if I don't start off in a small town and like kind of settle. I guess I'm trying to dream bigger. And it's painful, but I'm trying to hang on to that moment where I looked at the rain on the pavement and I was like, it just triggered me to think about watching the seasons change. I'm not going to do that in Minnesota. I don't want to, but I want to do that somewhere, and that's what I'm being reminded of. I just need a reality check. I want to be around people that know me enough for these next few months from my hometown to give me those reality checks, because, I just need some roots for my dreams. Like, it's like people that root me, and my curiosity is always going to be there, but if you just tell me the truth, oh my god, it helps me soar. And I want a logical, I want an inner circle now that's going to help me, because there's a lot of feelings that have come up in the last few years that now I realize I don't want to face alone, and facing them with a community, even if it's just having people are there to watch movies with, to get food with. You don't even have to talk about the pain for the pain to be eased. Like, I just want people around me. I'm already working on my own inner sense of stability, and if the external could add up and I have a choice about it, I'm gonna work on that. So yeah, I'm checking out the markets in California right now and just letting myself be and being okay with that, and working on the habits I want to cultivate for the rest of my life, and just, yeah, it's all about the West Coast for me now, and I've put it out there more definitively. I'm about to make my stupid Facebook status announcement too in a few days. This is the last Friday I'll spend in the Midwest. This is a pretty pregnant pause where we're just gonna ponder that I'm no longer Crystal, the Midwest nomad who's lived in 6 cities since she was barely 18 around. I'm just gonna be a citizen of, a place where I can dream, have another day of sun. So, yep, wish me luck.